Today is the biggest test of my cake baking career.
What do you think you're expecting?
Probably I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm literally, is it hot or I'm like literally getting nervous? Oh, it's getting really hot in here.
Oh my.
And I went based off your inspo, so
I'm gonna cry. This is exactly what I wanted and more.
A couple of months ago, I had this idea of making a wedding cake. Mind you, I have not done a wedding cake since I don't think I've ever done a wedding cake, y'all. You guys know I've been baking for so long that I was trying to remember if I had ever done a wedding cake, and if I ever have, it was probably like somewhere in the 2010. So with that being said, I thought it would be really exciting for me to do one of your guys' wedding cakes. So I went on my Instagram and I asked who had an upcoming wedding but did not have a wedding cake yet. And I actually had so many of you guys reach out and tell me your stories, why you guys don't have a wedding cake, which was actually really challenging for me to narrow it down. But here we are, and tomorrow is actually the wedding of the wedding cake we are about to bake, which means I have 29 hours to bake her cake, get it done, decorated, and obviously take it to her venue. I decided to bake the cake the day before just because she is going to have an average of 100 guests, and I want for all of them to leave there asking who made the cake and wanting to hit me up. Just kidding, but I want for the cake to be as fresh as possible, and obviously for them to all enjoy the cake. So I do not plan to freeze the cakes. They will obviously go on the fridge, and I just need the most freshest cake for this wedding cake. So of course we're gonna get into her love story, the inspo, and all of that fun stuff. But before we do, I of course asked her what her favorite flavor was for her or her soon-to-be husband, and she picked marble, which I was actually really excited for because now that I think about it, carrot is my favorite, but marble, y'all, you can never go wrong, especially for a wedding cake because you are getting the best of both worlds, which is vanilla and chocolate. And I have not made this cake in a little bit with you guys. I actually do this flavor quite a lot, so I also felt pretty confident that she went with this flavor. So with marble, we're gonna make our vanilla batch as well as our chocolate batch. So I went ahead and pulled out both of my mixers, my eggs, and my oils, and we're about to get in the zone and bake these cakes and show you guys also how to make a marble cake for a wedding, in case somebody asks you to make a wedding cake. Okay. And because this is somebody's wedding cake, I am being extra careful on how I'm counting my eggs. You guys know normally my cakes are for my kids or for my mom, family, and friends, but this is actually a wedding cake, which, not gonna lie, y'all, it has me sweating a little bit. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, we're putting 18 eggs in here. God forbid I miscount and miss an egg. 4. Why didn't you guys tell me? Ideally, y'all, oh my God. Ideally, I would want to put my powder in the mixer, the oil, the eggs, the liquid, mix it up real cute. But y'all have me yapping, so it's y'all's fault. I feel really confident going into this wedding cake, y'all. I do a lot of cakes. I have been since I was 12 years old. I always tell you guys. But I think just the fact that it's a wedding cake for like actual people has me a little bit on the edge. And she did tell me it's for 100 guests. So I'm like, okay, brought out my pans. Thankfully, I actually have 2 or even 3 pans of each size, and that's because it just speeds up my baking so much more. And lately, you guys see that I've been doing a lot of tier cakes, so we are prepared. Kind of. I will be doing what you guys see now, 4 size tiers, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it depends if I'm in the vibe to use these or not, but I will be using some wax sheets today. And basically just prepping our pans, that way they can go in the oven. I want to knock them out by size, so let's work on these. I have my baking spray, going to spray the sides a little bit, and then we're gonna get into the marble part of making the cakes. I like to add 1 scoop of chocolate, a 2nd scoop across from it, and with my vanilla, I'll do the same, but across from each other. And on top of my chocolate, I'm going to pour my vanilla. And on top of my vanilla, I'm going to pour my chocolate. And I basically repeat that same step over and over till you have vanilla laying on top of chocolate and vice versa. Once I'm at the height of the pan that I want, I'll get my baking swirl and go across it once and the opposite way. And that, my friends, is how you get a marble cake. Popping these in the oven. Now, excuse me while I get in my zone and not miscount anything here. So we'll be back once all of these cakes are baked. Also, a note, my kitchen will start smelling so good. Just a side note. 4 hours later, we are done baking the cakes, guys, and I had to make an extra little one because my kitchen smells so good right now. That's probably my favorite part about baking. So we have to give it a taste test. I really wanted to show you guys the inside of a marble cake. This one is a 4-inch, so it's itty bitty tiny, but I think we can still see the inside of it. And the reveal, mind you, this took us 4 hours, which means we are T-minus 25 hours from the wedding. But here is the inside of the marble cake. Oh, and it's still lightly warm. Oh my God, y'all, and it's so smushy. This came out of fire. I just needed to confirm it was delicious and the inside and everything just looked great. So with that being said, we have to be up really early in the morning because I do not want to be pressured or running around or not have enough time. So I will finish this cake and see you guys tomorrow bright and early in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is wedding day and we are up bright and early. It is 9:30 in the morning. So we are 7 hours, T-minus 7 hours from when the cake has to be ready for her to literally look at it. So I think we have enough time. With that being said, my cakes are pulled out and first things first, I want to level them out. Oh my God, look how pretty. Okay, I'm glad I kind of overbaked a tier extra like I mentioned, because this one, the edge kind of just crumbed on me because I did it a little too harsh, but I actually don't need this extra height. So with that being said, I'm also gonna have a lot of leftover cake. I normally, when it's very little, I kind of just put it to the side for us to nibble on. But right now, I think I'm gonna actually put it in a tray. That way we can give it out to my mom, my tias, and the neighbors. So for the filling, she left it up to me on whatever I thought would go with this flavor. And I went with creme cheese. I went with cream cheese for the marble cake. I also feel like cream cheese is a really versatile filling that a lot of people like. So starting with my buttercream, I also decided to make this cake buttercream. I was so in between whipped cream or buttercream, but because I want for it to be nice and stiff and it's really hot outside and all of those other factors, we went with buttercream. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my board. I always like to use my buttercream as my glue. Put on the first tier. Give it a nice edge, that way none of the filling falls off, if you will. Add my cream cheese to the center. Add the second layer. Okay, yo, these look really close in color. I can't mess these up. Buttercream edge. Cream cheese filling in the center. And so forth and so on for all of our other tiers. So each one is actually going to be 3-layer cake. That's a lot of cake. Our 6-inch is done. Now moving on to our 8-inch, 10-inch, and then our mini 4-inch. Our cakes are nice and stacked. I'm also popping them in the fridge before I crumb coat and do the final coat. So now to get into the design of the cake, of course I asked her what her inspo was. This was the inspo that she sent. So overall, white pearls with some flowers in here, some roses in it. So that is kind of the direction that I have for the cake, and I just feel like it's gonna look so pretty, so elegant. So with that being said, we're going to fully crumb coat all of our tiers, pop these in the fridge, and then come back for the final tier. You always want to crumb coat, that way you make sure there's absolutely no kind of crumbs on the cake, especially for a wedding cake. It has to be perfect. Now to do the final coating on the cakes, and this is when I really want for everything to look as sharp and clean as possible. And while I do that, I wanted to share their love story because I was honestly really interested, and I know you guys are too, on when they met, how long they've been dating, where they met, what their first date was. So I did ask to share everything about their love story, that way I could share it with you guys. So this cake is for Isabella and Timothy. Isabella was born in 2000, and she was actually born and raised here in El Paso, and Timothy is born in Massachusetts. I can never get that word right. They met at a bar, and he went up to her. He's like, "Hey girl, what you doing?" Got her number, and since then they texted, they FaceTime, and decided to go on their first date a month after they met at the bar. And their first date was at Dave & Buster's, and they also went to Crave afterwards. I forgot to mention, she was actually an hour late to their first date. I wonder what Timothy was thinking when she was not showing up. But after their first date, I guess it was a success. So they're talking, get to know each other for a month, and he pops the question. He asked her to be his girlfriend, and of course, she said yes. So they date for a whole year, they're in love, and she gets pregnant. She finds out they're having their baby girl. So at that time, they decide to move out, live together, and just start their love story. They have now been together for 4 years, have their beautiful baby girl, and they do plan to have more kids, but in the future. He supports her fully through grad school and is the best thing to have happened to her. Quote unquote, "He is my biggest supporter and has done everything to help me through grad school, which I appreciate so much." And that is our love story, y'all. I love love stories. As somebody that just also had her wedding last year, I'm always so intrigued on like how somebody met, what got them to want to get married. So it was really interesting to know what got them here and what got me here to doing their wedding cake. And with that being said, we actually got to speak with her for a little bit this week. So here's a peek at that.
So, okay, my name is Isabella Liano, and I'm getting married this weekend on the 12th to my best friend and the love of my life. Everyone says like, you know, weddings like are so much, but I didn't realize that until actually like planning and, you know, just trying to get everything ready. But it's so exciting and I'm so happy. You know, on top of school and planning a wedding, it's been a lot. When she put the link to like, or she posted that she wanted to do a cake giveaway, I just like knew, I was like, this was God's side of like, you know, him taking care of me and finding my cake, because it just worked out perfectly. I just knew it was kind of meant to be when I saw the post, and I was like, yeah, and that's how it kind of went about.
Tell me, what do you think you're expecting?
Probably I'm gonna cry. Yeah, like a lot of the things that Les does, like it's just so beautiful to see that how she gives back to the community, and that's something I've always been about. So much love for her, and I'm so excited.
HelloFresh just got bigger and better and has doubled the size of their menu and now offer over 100 recipes to pick from every single week. If you've been with HelloFresh for a while, like myself, you're probably familiar with a lot of the recipes, but they now offer 2 times more healthy options and over 15 high protein recipes. Life gets busy, and my favorite are the ready meals each week, which are ready in just 3 minutes for nights that you just don't feel like cooking. And we drizzle some garlic powder. HelloFresh also added 3 times more seasonal recipes, which I love because these are frequently changing and we're always getting to try some new meals. HelloFresh is the easiest way for us to make dinner or make our meals after the gym, and our favorite part is that we don't have to go to
the grocery store. Take advantage of the new HelloFresh by using my code Let's Do Makeup FM at hellofresh.com for 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 free meal per box with active subscription. Free meals applied at discount on first box, new or recurring subscribers only, and varies by plan. This looks yummy, and it's actually our first time having this exact recipe, so I'm excited for all of their new recipes they have. Cheers. Sign up today, click the link down below, or use my code Let's Do Makeup FM at hellofresh.com.
Okay, done frosting all of our cakes, y'all. And now to stack them. I literally went back and forth about this. I really wanted to fully stack all of them at the venue because driving with the cake, skirt, I was a little scared. But I think because of the pearls that we're going to add, which let's bring the next contestant. I always share this with you guys, but I have like a whole wall of sprinkles and I just like to have them on deck. So for days like these that I make a follower's wedding cake, I have all sizes and shapes right here. That way we can play with the sprinkles. And with that being said, I thought it would be best to kind of put the puzzle here somewhat. That way I have a good idea of how it's looking. So I decided to stack my 8 onto my 10 and my 4 onto my 6. And then these two will stack them at the venue. So of course I want for the support to be 10 out of 10. That way we don't have anything lopsided. For my bottom tier, which is going to be the one that's going to be carrying the most cakes, I want the most support. So for those, I will be using wooden dowels. And for the other ones that still need support, but nothing's too heavy up here, I will be using my plastic smoothie straws. And I need to put you guys onto this one because after so many years of doing cakes, y'all, I would saw a serrucho. How do you call that? Saw these until I came across this tool, Hello. So it's super easy for me to just cut my dowels. Now for the moment of truth, y'all, this already gets me so nervy every time. So right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating a little bit. My boots are shaking. I'm going to stack this one on here. I don't know why I get so like, when it comes to stacking my cakes, but recently I started putting a dowel in the center and kind of picking it up from there, and I found it to be a lot easier. So I'm going to actually get my long spatula and then scoop this on here. Pop. I'm also gonna add a little bit of buttercream so everything seals up. Here we go. I feel like you could probably hear my heart beating through the screen. I feel like this is too big. Okay. Oh my God, that was like the smoothest I've ever transferred a cake. I was having a hard time with just one dowel, so I added 2. And this feels really nice and secured. Oh my God, the wedding gods are with me today. These 2 are set. Also, a big trick. I actually put no dowel in the center because I want to put a entire one through the whole cake, and this will just make it extra sturdy. So let me actually grab that. So I used to pre-cut my boards, which I guess you can, but you don't necessarily have to. I actually have my rods with a little point, and because the cardboard is really thin, it will easily, and I also recently got this little hammer, go right through the board. I know, I used to be like, oh my God, I forgot to pre-make the hole, so I would grab the cake, try and make the hole. You don't have to as long as you have a pointy one. If not, just sharpen it up real quick and it will go straight through the cake. Okay, let's add this back on our tier table. Okay. Back on our tier table. That way we can cover up the edge and then stack our other 2. Put this on the fridge and then stack the other 2. Okay, now that we have our 2 pieces ready and stacked, time to get into the pearls. Like I had mentioned, I really want for them to be centered more on the top of the cakes, kind of like draping. So I think it would be best for me to dump these on my bowl. That way I can see the sizing of it and then start playing with it. I was looking for like tips and tricks on how to apply the pearls. I feel like there's so many ways to do it. So I'm just going to get to it. What the heck? That literally bounced everywhere. Carefully, ladies. The cake gods are in my side today. These are sticking so good. With that being said, we are also T-minus 1 hour till we have to head out, which put me at a perfect timestamp because we're gonna finish this one, move on to this one, and then we will be ready to load up. I'm not gonna put the roses, which are to my side, until we head to the venue, but I really like how this is looking. Our pearls are all done. Now, not gonna lie, that technique worked out perfect for me, but of course, there's a lot of pearls on this floor, so we're gonna do a quick cleanup, pick up all the pearls, and then we're on to the last step, which is prepping our roses. So we'll get into the roses right now, and then we are like 40 minutes out now from having to head out. Okay, we have our fresh flowers right here. Shout out my florist. She just dropped them off. That way they are as fresh as possible. So now to get these prepped for the cake, a really good tip and trick is also dipping them in chocolate, which I just found out about that recently, but I think I'm just gonna go the way that I normally do it and start wrapping my flowers. We're actually not gonna place these on the cake until we're at the venue, but that way they are all set and ready for me to place them on the cake. Cut the stem, and then we're gonna wrap this in flower tape. And then after our flower tape, we're gonna wrap them in saran wrap, and that makes it safe to go into the cake. Okay guys, we have 2 minutes to get out of here. I kind of just started packing everything up. We have the flowers that we just put together. I have some napkins because I realize every time when I'm setting up a cake, I'm like always asking for napkins. We have our cake stand that I will be using, some saran wrap with more flowers. I'm gonna take them all. I feel like I have more than enough, but just to be sure, since I already have them, some extra of, I might use these, I might not. These are faux, but we'll see. All my spatulas are under, my buttercream that I'll use to perfect the edges. And right here I have, take a little peek, the cake topper, extra pearls, some flowers that did not fit over there, my buttercream in a piping bag, and then my rods that I will use out there to stack the cakes. I literally in my head played how I will stack the cake. Basically ready to go. I am overall feeling so good about this. I constantly get asked what I would be doing if it wasn't social media, and I definitely think it would be like cake decorating and entrepreneurship in that field. So this is really exciting for me because even though obviously it was a gift from me to her, it feels like my first official big client, and just the whole experience of like packing everything, heading out to the venue is such a rush. But because everything is doing so good, thank you again, cake gods, I'm like, I really like this, and I feel like I would focus more on wedding cakes if I sold cakes. But anyways, we are ready, and oh my god, I'm not even lying, exactly 4 on the dot for us to head out. So let's pack up. The car has been running for a while, so everything is cold in there, and I will see you guys at the venue, which is actually, fun fact, exactly 35 minutes away. So see you guys in about 35 minutes. How much longer? 6 minutes.
Tell us what happened.
Y'all, there's a tiny dent right here. There was a balo sticking right here. But I think it'll be easy to fix it. We're 5 minutes away. I think I might be getting a cramp already. But everything be to keep the cake safe. Is there any more turns coming up? It's the turns that be keeping it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Shit. Let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen.
We're here, y'all. I'm actually recording for my Snapchat. Go ahead and follow me. But the cake made it perfect in 2 pieces. Y'all, I was looking like shaking in my boots, literally. But there's nobody there, so we got this, girls. Okay, let's go inside with the first part. Both hands at the bottom of the board. And let's walk in. Y'all, it's also like 100 degrees outside. Hey, I'm getting confident. Oh, I love weddings, y'all. I miss our wedding. Let's go ahead and bring everything down, and then we're gonna get to setting it up. Okay, brought this. This is the cake table, so we're gonna set this up. My second cake. Y'all, my adrenaline was like getting so high because I didn't know what to expect like getting here, but now that I know there's not eyes on me, I'm like, okay, I feel like a little better. But grab my rod. Oh, wait.
We need buttercream right there. Now we're ready to start, okay? You guys, I'm so happy. It looks literally perfectly straight from the front. I'm going to put the center right now in case they want to transfer it to the fridge. It's like super nice and sturdy, which I have right here.
Hit that hole.
Okay, we're good. Never use my fingers, always use a hammer. Ah, because my finger fell. Okay, I'm literally, is it hot or I'm like literally getting nervous? Oh, it's getting really hot in here. Cake topper's going in. Now for the flowers, I'm going to do them on the side and then also from the top. And we will be done. Okay, guys, we are officially done. It's a little dark right here because the window's facing against it, but it looks good. It looks great. I'm gonna ask how long till the bride gets here just because I want for it to be as fresh as possible for her to see it. But this is officially the wedding cake done. Yeah, our armpits are just literally sweating.
Just wait.
You have the cake. I'm just like,
Just let me know.
Thank you so much.
thank you. Okay, it started like it's a little sweaty in here, so it was sweating a little bit, which is fine. But I just want it safe.
Yes, oh my gosh, I was just like, when I saw that message, I was like, I knew it's meant to be.
I
and
know, I'm
like,
so excited for
yeah.
you.
Babe, so this is, Let's Do Makeup, the
hi.
YouTuber
Nice to
that
meet
made
you.
our wedding
you.
cake. This is my
Nice to meet
husband, Timothy. Oh, hi.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
No, take your time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it's ready.
Okay.
Stand up for it, and then I'll let you guys know when
Yes,
it's ready.
thank you, girlie. Okay.
I like don't want to interrupt their special day, so let's set up the cake already. That way she can take a look, and then they can go on and enjoy their wedding day. Back out. She's here. Gonna take a look, and then that's it. 5 minutes. Ready for you to take a look.
Do you want me to go in there?
Yeah, you can just take a look. It's okay if it's just you and not your groom. I know he's probably like busy and stuff. It's your wedding day.
you.
How
I'm
exciting!
like-
How do you feel? You're
I'm
I'm like
like-
you're
I-
a wife now.
Yes, I know. Like leading up to this day, I forgot the marriage license.
Oh my
at the
God, it happens,
church,
girl.
I was like with pharmacy school with
I
like
bet,
rating
yeah. Mom
our daughter.
life.
I'm like,
Yeah, but
I-
you're doing the damn thing, girl. So.
yes. Oh my.
And I went based off your inspo, so
I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. It's so.
enjoy. And I hope it's like what your dream
beautiful. I'm
wedding
gonna
cake.
cry.
And I did your guys' initials.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
this is
This is
exactly
very,
what
very
I wanted and more. Oh my my gosh.
This is really exciting for me because I don't really do cakes for like other people. So I'm like so nervous, but it's so exciting.
Well, no, I saw on your Snapchat making it. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's my cake.
Yes, that is very beautiful.
Can I take a picture? This is like an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm just like so blessed that you were able to do this for our special day. And I'm just like,
I hope it made a little bit of your guys' day a little bit special.
Yes, thank you so much for everything.
You guys have fun, enjoy your day. It's all
Thank
about you guys today. So.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Have lots of fun. Have lots of fun.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Yes, thank you for everything.
No, of course. Bye, guys. Enjoy your guys' day.
Thank you.
The cake was delivered. They all loved it. I hope they all truly enjoy it. That was super successful. That only made me 10 times more excited for the other two to come because I did pick 3 girlies. So yeah, I hope they enjoy their day, live happily ever after, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.